guys, I am A-Gun Angie, and I'm out here. I've got 3 fellas with me. We're out here at night because these guys usually, they shine at night. I mean, they do. That sounded illegal. Very.
We do not do that.
They hunt hogs at night with dogs. So I'm going to go through and you guys tell us who you are, starting with you, Eric.
Eric Miele.
And how long have you been hunting hogs with dogs?
18.
Since you were 18.
About 30 years.
Where are you from again?
Florida.
Florida?
Yeah.
Did you run hog dogs in Florida?
I did.
And you usually run what kind of dogs?
Catahoulas, blackmouth curs.
Okay. So Eric Miele has been doing this for about 30 years. And then we have Cutter. Cutter,
Yeah.
who are you?
My name's Cutter. I run a bunch of garbage dogs, and I've been doing this since I was probably 13 or 14.
So how many years does that make it?
He's 15 now.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm 22. You do the math.
I'm glad because we need some experience.
I know.
But you're from here.
Yeah.
And this is Tristan. Tristan,
Right.
tell us about yourself.
I'm the lack of experience. I've been doing it for maybe, I think, 4 or 5 years total now. And I'm the lack of experience.
You're not from here. Where are you from? Because I have no idea.
I think he's a Georgia boy.
Yeah, he's one of them weird boys.
South Carolina.
South Carolina. And
Oh,
we
that's
did
even
not
worse.
run, you did not run hog dogs there.
No.
No, we ran deer dogs.
Did you run coon dogs there?
You run any bunny dogs?
We ran hog dogs once. Remember?
Yeah.
The hogs got in the beach hill.
What'd you run with the hog dogs?
I damn sure didn't run them like I run them now. I ran up I dropped the 12 gauge I had in my hand and went up a tree because I didn't know nothing about it. I was scared of it.
You guys met at a tournament. How did you guys actually, I know at a tournament, but how did you guys?
I sold Eric some dogs because
Were they trash? Because you just said you had all trash.
Yeah,
So did you sell them
they were-
trash?
they were pretty trash.
They were trash, and I sold them back to him. He kept one.
He sold one back, and he didn't hunt for him. He hunts for me just fine.
You basically met Eric through Cutter, or y'all met at the same time?
Me and Cutter were at that tournament competing against everybody
Me.
else there.
And you were over there telling Eric not to buy Cutter's dogs.
Pretty
No,
much.
I
He
ain't
was
talking.
telling me that. Don't buy his dogs. Don't buy them. We catch nothing but rats.
I don't think I spoke to Eric at all really during that tournament. I didn't know what to think of him at first, to be honest with you.
I get that a lot.
And Cutter had more conversation with him than I did, and later down the road, Cutter was like, "You need to stop being a person and come over here and
I told him he needed to quit being a little bitch.
come over here and meet Eric and come get in this bay pen with me." And I was like, "I don't like bay pen. That's not my sport. I like being in the woods." But I came over. And I think it's pretty evident now that I've fallen deeply in love with Eric, and
Gee, thank you. And I do have to say I owe that to the Bay Pen, which, hogband.com puts a lot of them on.
So how many dogs do you have, Eric?
To give you an
Don't ask that
accurate
actual
count,
question. Just ballpark it.
70. Wow.
depending on which direction you start counting from.
you start in Florida, there's going to be more.
I have about 70 of mine at the house.
Wow, that's a lot of dogs.
Not
What's your
count.
kennel's name?
2M Kennels.
2M Kennels.
We do a little bit of PM therapy on dogs and horses.
You said you do therapy on dogs. Can you explain?
Do maintenance therapy on dogs, like competition dogs, agility dogs, horses. A lot of in the competition worlds, it helps them with endurance. It helps their muscles, loosen up muscles, blood flow, oxygen. It also helps with injury. It quickens the injury time on healing and everything. Probably speeds it up by double. Also works on people too. Matter of fact, I've done it on myself, and I'm 8 weeks ahead of schedule on my ankle, recovering from my ankle. So it
Nice.
does work. It's something that we believe in. My wife and I got certified as the therapist, and we started doing it as a business. Just started it going as a business recently.
Sweet. So if you guys are interested in getting some therapy for your dogs, go check them out, 2M Kennels on Facebook. So what do you do in a bay pen competition?
It's a rodeo-style competition where the dogs have to control the hogs. They have to keep full control of the hogs for a 2-minute period, and then if they proceed forward from that, then the periods get longer. competition gets tougher.
And they have like judges that
Yeah,
judge
there's
the whole.
usually 3 judges per round, and then you go from that. You graduate if you go through the first stage, and you go to the next stage to your final, like semifinals to finals, so to say, one way to put it.
Sounds like a big deal.
It really is. It's gotten really big in the last 10 years. It's gotten huge. A lot of big prizes. We have 2 world title events. We won the World Cup, and we won the best of the best at the Uncle Earl's.
Wow. Wow, so if you guys are looking for some good dogs.
We just ended a tournament, a week or 2 ago?
2
We
weeks.
come in third in that tournament.
Nationwide tournament.
Nice. What was the tournament called?
Shankathon.
Tankathon tournaments.
Oh,
You
sweet.
can find them on Facebook too.
Yeah, Dixie Doggers puts that on.
So would you come in third? You like biggest boar?
Biggest boar overall.
Nice. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So what is your prize from that? What do you get?
Buckles, and there was a little bit of cash.
Nice.
And there's some other small prizes in there supposedly coming. We haven't got prizes yet, but they'll be here shortly.
So is there another competition coming up?
There's a few coming up. We got some bay pen competitions coming up starting October 9th through the 12th to be the first one coming up in the last few months. And then from October all the way through May, there's just about one every month.
All right, so we're going to talk about the different types of dogs that there are. What kind of dogs you prefer to hunt with? We'll start again with you, Eric.
I prefer bay dogs, cur dogs, maybe a hound cross. I like my dogs to get out there. I like to watch them work. I know a lot of people like to use other style dogs, hounds and stuff, but I prefer my cur dogs, a good cur dog, to get out there and bay. Not a lot of them on the ground. I like to hunt no more than 4 dogs on the ground. That's including my catch dogs, so there'll be 3 bay dogs on the ground and 1 catch dog.
All right, what about you, Cutter?
Like I stated earlier, I'll run anything. I will run whatever will catch a pig. I don't care if it's a 3-pound Chihuahua or a 120-pound Dogo. If it'll catch the pig, I'm all for it. But if I had my preference, I'd go back to Catahoula Plots. They have a lot of hunt to them, and they have the roughness that they need to actually get a pig to shut down and not run him a mile.
So you like a rough bay dog?
Yes.
What about you, Tristan?
I like to run a running catch dog. I started running catch dogs. I like it. If I can find it, I like a Catahoula Pit Bull cross. That's kind of what I've seen to make the best running catch dog so far. I've got a lot to learn.
So what's it look like to hunt with running catch dogs? Like what do you expect?
I mean, when it comes to, this isn't an insult to bay dogs or anything, but when it comes to bay dogs, it seems we cover a lot more ground because the pig kind of picks the battleground. He picks where they're going to fight at for the most part. The running catch dogs, that's usually we've gone farther, Cutter's been with me and seen it, usually about 500 yards. About a 500-yard sprint to where we're going, and he has it shut down and caught right there. But there's definitely been times where it's been more frustrating than that. And I mean, me and Cutter during the Deep Fork annual, this little joker right here behind me actually sitting up there on that tailgate.
See the way he looked over here?
He said, "Don't you be talking about me in that pond. Don't you be talking about it." That was a rough night.
That was a rough day. Every dog in the race quit on this pig. We turned out on this pig when we saw him. We drove side by side up right next to him. The pig stood up, and he was a good one. And he hauled out. We kept the dogs while we saw him. Every dog quit. Camo kept going, and I lost signal. I couldn't track him anymore. And when I was following foot tracks, and it was taking forever. It was starting to rain. It looked horrible. I thought he wasn't going to make it. I thought he was going to get killed by that pig. But I ended up picking signal back up. He was a mile away, and we got to him and found him in a pond fighting a pig. That same pig that we jumped in that pond. They were in swimming water where nobody could touch the bottom. But
I am 6'2", and I took about 5 steps off into that pond, and I was neck deep.
What dream did you wake up that you were 6'2"?
Pull out a tape measure, baby. Pull out a tape measure right now.
I feel like you get an inch taller every time you talk about it.
Nope. Pull out a tape measure. I'll stand barefoot too.
But usually running catch dogs, they don't tend to travel as far as what I've seen. I like the thrill of the race myself. I like to run when I'm going after my dogs right now.
Yes, we've seen this.
I'm sure that'll change as I get older. But
He's got to learn to slow down.
I enjoy it.
So do you each have a favorite dog?
Yeah, I say
Yeah,
I do.
I do.
What's
Favorite
your
breed or like a favorite dog?
favorite dog?
Individual.
Like individual, like one dog
I
that,
bet you I
that
can
you
name
can
your
count
favorite
on.
dog.
Yeah, I bet I can too.
Me?
It would be-
I mean,
It,
Emma.
it would be that garbage dog that he calls an RCD staring at me.
Old Dobby the house elf.
Yeah. And then Eric's would either be Ann or Missy.
Yeah, Missy's 12, and she still gets out there.
Ann saved my life from that 30-pound pig. She was
He was
running.
trying that run and catch dog thing without the dog.
We were in Eric, Oklahoma, and Ann was running 2 little shoats. They were probably about 30 or 40 pounds each across this open field, and I saw them coming. I went to cut them off, and I tried to grab one without the dog, and he slipped by me, and when I turned around, the other one ran slap up into both my shins and just balled up in front of me, and she snatched him off my legs and drug him away from me.
Saved your life.
Saved my life.
What about you, Cutter? You got a favorite dog? One you can
Oh,
count
yeah.
Oh
on?
yeah, his name's Red,
Yep. And he's red.
and he can keep him.
Yep. Eric's just mad because I can go catch pigs with him and he couldn't.
He's worse than I won't hunt for anybody besides Cutter. He's about to the level of I won't hunt for in front of anybody besides Cutter. Oh, you brought that Tristan with you?
I
will get a
hunt.
dog. Yes, he did catch me 2 hogs, and that's the only thing he caught after that. He
caught you a
He
porcupine.
did catch me a porcupine.
And then
after
2 or
that,
3
and
more.
That's when he decided to go back to Cutter. And we will not get back on this porcupine story because I'm still upset about a porcupine.
Eric's A-team dogs decided to go catch some porcupines
Yeah.
for him.
Very, very, very ready to trade them in for a new Chevy.
Yeah, porcupines. Porcupine. I mean, you guys took me a few times. I went with you guys when I was here last time. I'm from South Carolina. I enjoyed it, and I'm glad I did finally get my first pig. That was
You finally
awesome.
killed one, but you did see a couple on a couple of the trips.
Yes, yes.
Come here, Jax. Good boy. Good boy, Jax. Good boy, Jax. Come here. Come here, Jax. Good boy. Keep holding that there. You want to take this knee, drop it down right here.
Hey, dog. I got it. Right there.
Yep, we got
Actually,
one
got
and then
2,
tied another one.
Yeah, she killed the first one, and then that second one, I tied him up there on the top of that hill.
So how many dogs did we have that night when I got
4.
mine? There was
4
how?
on the ground.
4 or 5.
I know we have 4 on the ground, and plus the catch dog, so 5.
So I had a guy ask me on my Facebook post. He said, "So was that death by dogs?" And I told him, I said, "No, I killed the pig, but it was kind of a small pig, maybe too much dog for that size pig.
Correct.
But you can't
You
never
can't
know.
You don't know if you're going to get a 2-pounder or a 200-pounder.
Yeah, you
That's
never
just-
know.
Just
So-
like fishing, you don't know if you're going to catch a brim or a bass.
Which, I mean, the guy was real cool, and he said, "Yeah, I can understand that. You never know if you're going to walk up on a 300 or 400 pound hog, or you're going to
Correct.
get a 30-pound one. But
Yep.
you can't tell the dogs, "Oh, only 2 on that one. It's too small for all of y'all."
Right.
The dogs are going to do what they're going to do.
Well, Eric's dogs, you can do that with. You just say, hey, dead hog, and they're all going to let go of it.
You got that right, and I will guarantee that.
And then
His dogs are very well trained. So what are the dangers? I know you guys don't think about this stuff because y'all are like
Did you say
men.
dangers?
Yeah, what are the dangers that you guys face like when you go in the woods?
Personally, the danger is a hole in the ground. Anyway, it's got nothing to do with the dogs or the hogs.
yeah,
This is
it's
my
the
danger.
terrain.
It's the terrain. Period.
I agree. I totally agree.
It's got nothing to do with the dogs or the hogs. I would
But-
prefer a hog coming at me than me stupid walking into something.
But Tristan did tell me about encountering a big cat the other day.
Yeah.
What kind of big animals, like predators, do you guys have out here?
Cats.
Cats.
It's about the only thing that'll hunt you.
Did you have any catnip with you?
No.
You
No.
should've.
Well, that's the problem.
Should have dumped it on the ground. You got to be like me and Eric.
Problem.
I
You
usually
got,
carry it with me.
you got to carry it in your purse like me and Eric do.
I can't believe I forgot that.
I mean, there's all kinds of dangers out there. Just easy as when you go to knifing the hog, he turns around. I mean, I even got a story, broken knuckle over it, but Go to hobble the hog. Make sure that your buddy don't turn the catch dog loose again when you're hobbling him. He
Ooh.
bites him in the sack, and the hobble catches your hand and his leg, and he's 282 pounds. Decides to take off again.
Yeah.
That's one danger.
Need a new catch dog if he's biting him in the sack. It's supposed to be on his head.
We won't go there. What my catch dog?
That's why I pack a catch dog.
But yeah, stuff like that there could happen. Make sure the hog is dead. If you're going to kill it, make sure it's dead. I have had them get back up and turn around and come between your legs.
I don't know if you recall when I told you to stay on top of him, because sometimes they don't know they're dead. That's happened before.
They are hard to kill. I mean, I've seen them shot and still coming at you with 30-06s.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they are hard to kill. They are stubborn.
Yeah, I generally rifle hunt, air gun hunt, rifle hunt hogs, and I shoot them in the head. So I'm gonna ask you guys a question. Like, I know a lot of people are against this because you're getting in there. First off, you've got dogs. And it's just terrible to take dogs and then chasing these horrible, scary
It's not
animals.
like we can force them to do it. They go do it on their own.
Right.
I can't be like, right, dog, go on.
They love it.
Yeah,
They love
they
it.
are
The dogs
bred
have
and
to
born,
love what
and
they
they
do,
love
and
to
that's
do it.
raccoon, deer, turkey. It don't matter. Bird, dog, whatever. It has to love what it do. You're not going to make it do whatever you want. I've tried.
Yep.
And it don't work.
Yeah. So that's one good point that I want to bring out. These dogs love what they do.
Then you also go ahead and ask the question. I think I know where you're going with this.
A lot of people say that's like savages, and you guys are just, how can you do
It's
something
no
like
different
that?
than shooting one.
Correct.
We
You get
hit
a
a
sure
direct
kill
heart
over a
every
knife.
time, and we know that animal is dead. It is, to me, it is by far better to stick one than it is to shoot one, because you could shoot him and he'll run off, and he might not die for a week. He might die from
care how
lead
good your
poisoning,
shot
and
is.
I don't care if you shot him straight in the double lungs. Like Tristan said, that one ran straight to him with a double lung shot.
With a 7mm Remington Magnum, that's a big bullet.
With
I've
a big
cleaned
bullet.
hogs that have bullets still in them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you got, the same people are bitching and complaining about these hogs tearing up the land or everything, or they're the people that aren't experiencing this, losing thousands of dollars over their crops from hogs and stuff, but, didn't mess their rose garden up. But as soon as it messes their rose garden up, it's the worst animal in the world. Do what you want to it.
Yep.
Yeah.
But until then, we're cruelty to animals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let one come live in your living room then.
Well, your point was exactly what I was coming at was, I mean, you shoot a hog, and like I said, I generally go for the head because that's the most sure way to get them like
Correct.
that. But I've never stabbed one until just now. There's a lot of people who think it's cruel. There's something wrong with you guys because you do it this way. But as I was doing it, I was like, it's a sure kill.
Yeah.
This guy is not going to run off
Exactly.
wounded. It is a sure kill.
Yeah, I mean, it's no different. I mean, people are against hog dogging with knives and all, but I mean, honestly, I'd say it's even a little better than shooting them from a helicopter or spotting and stalking, because this way you're killing them. I mean, it's not shooting them in the butt, shooting them in the whatever. It's an instant kill, basically, so I don't really see a difference. It's a lot more work. A lot more work. Thank you, Oklahoma Cull Association, for taking me out. What's the name of your kennel?
2M.
Thank you, 2M, for taking me out. Get my first hog with a knife. Finally did it.
Good job. Our ancestors used to use spears and all. It's no different than using a spear.
Yep.
Boar hunting used to be a thing of royalty. There was a respect. I mean, hunting wild boar, it used to be a respected thing. It was a sport of kings back in the day.
And the dog hunting on boars, it goes all the way back to ancient times.
That's what I'm saying. It was the sport of kings.
Yeah.
You had to be invited. You had to be somebody of royalty.
Yeah.
You had to be
I'm not
somebody
saying we're
special.
kings or nothing, but
I don't know. I kind of am. You might not be.
we
but
know it's your purpleness.
I know. Purple shirt, mullet. Gotta look good,
we
baby.
like it.
Let's take
I
the
know.
head off. Let's get a look at that mullet.
You want to get a look at it?
Merciful heaven.
There you go. You can see it.
It's a true mullet, not the mullet you use for bait.
Put that
I know.
language away.
I did.
I've never, until I hog hunted, never been hunting or anything like that. It was one of the greatest things that I enjoyed. It was awesome. And either you love it or you hate it. You will know the very first time you go if you're going to love it or hate it.
Got many people on their first pig like that. I've had many people come with me to go hunt that I've even, like before we started the business, I've guided people. I took many people out. They got their first pig and they never went again. And then There was other people like
Carl.
Jesse, Carl, Nate.
Those boys are ate up with it.
Yeah, they got their first pig, and they were like, "Yep." And I mean, Jesse, he stayed committed. Jesse, in particular, he went with me for months without seeing a pig. But that was, I mean, I didn't have a very good spot at that point. And it was deer season, so I couldn't hunt public land that I usually hunt. So he went with me for quite a while, and he waited it out until deer season was over, and I was able to take him to one of my good spots, and he got his first pig, and it was over. He's wanting dogs, he's wanting equipment, he wants all of it. He went head first into it.
Yeah.
Would you guys say that taking a new person hunting is one of your favorite things to do?
Oh yeah, I love
I
getting
enjoy
somebody
it.
on
I
their pig
enjoy
for
it.
the first time.
Good or bad reactions from it.
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
Yeah.
Getting somebody on their first pig is there ain't really much like it, and it's rewarding. And since the sport's so hated itself, it's nice to be able to spread it around a little bit.
Open another set of eyes to
Yeah.
it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Give somebody a kind of an inside look at it, so they can see that we're not just out here. We're not out here starving our dogs to death or beating the absolute brakes off of them or forcing them to do something they don't want to do.
Most of these hunting dogs are taken care of just as good as somebody's kid.
Especially Tristan's. They stay in the house with him.
Yeah.
Dogs are all, we know each and every one of their names, and we can tell you the history on them. I did get into the competitions with it because it was something else I could do with my dogs, throughout the year in the hog dog competitions, and that's gotten very big and has changed a lot since the 90s.
And your wife does it with you, right?
Yes, my wife does it. Our nieces and nephews are starting doing it. So it's become a family thing for us, and I know a lot of people that it became a family thing for them and holds their family together. They teach their kids something, and they learn. You learn a lot, just by being there. Respect everything, how to win, how to lose.
Yeah.
I think it's been very, very good. In the last 10 years, it's really, really grown. And I respect the competition world on it a lot more than I used to.
Well, and that's pretty much the purpose of doing this video right now, is to open people's eyes to the sport, let them get to know why you guys do it. I mean, I'm sure it's a thrill for you guys to
Oh yeah.
get out there and, well, chase your dogs and and catch pigs and wrestle them down and stuff like that.
That's a big part of it for me. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to people. I mean, a lot of the thrill in it for me, I'm not just doing this to.
Well, you're part of a team, that you make yourself part of your dog's team also.
Exactly.
And they expect you to do your part too.
There's a lot of conversation out there, like one dog will hunt for you, but it won't hunt for somebody
Yes.
else.
Very true.
So why is that?
I think a lot of it has to do with the bond that a dog has with a person. Some dogs will form a bond with one person. Some dogs don't care, and they're just.
But you become part of that team, and they expect you to do that part.
You forge a bond that a lot of people don't understand.
Correct.
Yeah.
I mean, like you were talking about back at the house, how you wouldn't, even if I was to offer, you wouldn't buy a camo from me.
No, I wouldn't. The dog wouldn't do me no good.
Me and that dog
would
have
not
shed so
do me
much
no
blood
good.
together. We've gone out with just me and that dog, and we've killed monsters together.
And there's dogs that I got in my yard that I wouldn't sell anybody. They're dang good dogs, but somebody else took them, they wouldn't be worth crap.
Yep.
They just wouldn't be no more than a yard dog to them.
How did you guys, how did you two meet?
I was running a guide service, a piss poor one at the time, and Tristan was looking for places to hunt, and I told him, just come on. I said, just come hunt. You got dogs, hell, just come hunt with me.
Well, that's not exactly how the conversation went.
That's the summed up version. I'm not much for talking.
Summed up, I guess. I got in touch with him. I was so damn desperate, I was about willing to pay somebody to go hunt somewhere with my dog.
Was willing to pay, not now.
Yeah, not now, absolutely not. Too cheap for all that, but
Too cheap or too poor?
too poor, both.
Got dogs to buy.
Exactly. I saw his post on one of the hog dog pages for Oklahoma, and it happened to be in Blackburn. Blackburn was where I had been running my dogs, and it wasn't a good spot. I couldn't hardly ever get anything shut down over there. I don't have the right kind of dogs for it. It's wide open fields. It was I didn't have anything with enough leg, really, when it came down to it, just to be honest with you. And I saw his guide service, and I was like, I'm going to get in touch with this guy. And I messaged him. I said, hey, you run a guide service? He said, yes, sir. I said, can I bring my dogs? And he said, if you're bringing dogs, you just come hunt with me. Turned out the place that he was guiding me on was literally right across the county road from where I'd been hunting. I had no idea that was where he was guiding at. I will say something I didn't tell him at the time. I had ended up in that area multiple times to get my dogs back. They had crossed the county road onto that place. So when I'm walking through there, I had to really,
So
pretend like I didn't know where the fuck I was at.
Your dogs can't read signs either.
No, I don't think any dogs can read.
But when I went over there, I was like, oh my gosh, this guy does professionally guided hunts on this place. And I have been here before. And he's showing me where to go. He takes me through this gate. I've been through this gate. I started walking. He was like, you know where you're going? I was like, no, I have no idea.
Meanwhile, he's following on his map.
I caught that pig over here. We've all been there.
But we hunted once together. I don't think we spoke for a couple weeks after that.
Well,
You got in touch with me later, asked if I wanted to hunt again. We hunted again. I think we went 4 or 5 times without catching a pig, and then one night we went out there. It started to drizzle a little bit, and
no, we caught the piglets. You keep forgetting about catching 3 piglets.
We did catch the piglets.
By hand or by dog?
By dog.
There's both.
Did we?
Yeah, you grabbed one out of the grass.
Did I?
Carol had already touched it, but she didn't kill it yet.
Yeah.
But after the first actual pig we got together, it started drizzling a little bit, and he said, you scared to get wet? I said, hell no. And we got out there, and then it turned into a blinding rain, tornado warning, and everything else. And
that's when you catch your best ones.
Old Jet went and baited one up underneath a cedar tree across a little creek bed, and
that some bitch was 14 foot down, 14 foot up, with a 4 foot gap in between.
Yeah, it was a hellish creek bed, but
it was a washout.
We went down that, come up the other side, and he had him baited right there. Camo flew past us and smashed it, and that was the first pig that we caught together. And then after that, we just started hunting a lot. And
now you guys do more than just hunt together.
Well, we entered the tournament eventually. We hunted together for a little while, just kind of messing around or whatever, just hunting. And then I saw the Deep Fork Annual Classic come up, and I said, man, I've never hunted a tournament before. I want to try this for the experience. And then I got in touch with Cutter. I got in touch with a couple other guys I'd gotten on pigs before, and people that were good friends of mine. And I was like, you want to do this tournament? And Cutter was like, shit, I'll do it. We can do it out here. And that's over there on the ranch that he works on. When they told us we needed a team name. And I didn't know we needed a team name. I thought they were just going to write down one of our names or whatever. I didn't know that was the thing. So I was like, oh, God, what do we do for a team name? And Tyler, at the time, he'd come up with a name, and we didn't all agree on it. I don't recall what it was, but it wasn't bad. It just wasn't, I don't know, it didn't stick, I guess. But then I put in there, what about the Oklahoma Cull Association? It was supposed to be a joke, a funny name, because Culls are your dogs that you don't need. They don't hunt worth a damn.
Hell, that's all I got's Culls.
Exactly. So I figured, what about the Oklahoma Cull Association? And everybody was like, hell yes, I like that. We hunted this tournament, got the shit kicked out of us. It was great.
I catch pigs there on that ranch all the time. I caught pigs the day before and the day I left after the weigh-in of that tournament. And we hunted our asses off, didn't sleep, and caught 1 pig.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We got one real pig. We pulled that big boar out, and then after that, it was some of these.
Yeah.
We showed up at the tournament, and we stuck some of these on the scale just to make Boy, showing up with trailer loads of pigs. We took these. Y'all look out, the scale's gonna break. But after that, we did it for a little while longer. We kept hunting, and we were like, you know what? This is we got to the point where we were pretty successful, and we were like, we're pretty good at this. We might have to start trying to guide.
We don't catch no pigs no more.
We started guiding, and that's where the name of our that's where the name of the business came from.
So what is your success rate?
So far on guided hunts, I'm not going to sit here and tell you we smash every time we go out, but
Now this is fair chase.
Yes.
fair chase on guided hunts so far. We have honestly missed once. Like we've had one time we've gone out to the woods and we did not see a damn pig. I don't know what the hell happened, but we took these fellas from Kansas to
Boy, they
every
had a hell of a
single
night.
spot that we
They
every
had a
single
hell of a
spot
time.
we had, and they didn't end up seeing anything. Like I said, I don't know what happened there, but that's just the truth. But this another gentleman we did mess with. He wanted to run his own dogs. We took him out there with his dogs.
I was there for that one.
I put him in. I drove
And the
the
pigs were
buggy
there.
in the middle of a group of pigs, and Eric kicked one out of the side of the buggy. Kicked a pig, and his dogs just stood there and looked.
You guys didn't have any of your dogs with you? They were just his?
No, our dogs rolled out.
We had ours. They went out.
Oliver Bay.
But so far, one miss, and I mean,
If you got dogs that will actually roll out on pigs, we can put you on pigs. And as far as using our dogs, we've missed one time, and we could not find a pig. We searched high, we searched low, like Dr. Seuss says. I've looked there, I've looked here,
I've looked everywhere.
I've looked everywhere. There or nowhere.
that was a strange night. I didn't understand that at all. We hit the best
What
spots
night
we
hog
had.
hunting is not a strange night?
Yes.
I mean, that's kind of why you guys do it, right?
If you don't catch an armadillo at least once, are we really hog hunting?
Exactly.
Speaking of armadillos, what kind of things have you trashed on before?
Cats.
Well, you want a list?
You want a list?
My last hunt, I think I've got everything but a pig. I've got porcupine, I got a duck, and I got a
A duck?
all on the side. A duck, that is a first.
I don't know if that's talent or if that's I need to get rid of my
I'm
dog.
still trying to rack that one in my head. Do I praise her for it?
Was there
Or
something wrong with the duck?
No.
Well,
There was when she got it. It was headless at that point. It was still warm, though. You could have ate it. I was not going to go hungry. I will give
We
her
don't run hog dogs, guys. We run meat dogs.
that. I was not going to go hungry.
Only
that
when
day.
I had
a
slouch.
porcupine, an armadillo, and raccoon, and a duck.
What do you guys do to train your dogs?
Stick them
Each
in the
dog
woods
is
behind
different.
other dogs that know what they're doing.
In my opinion, each dog is different, and some have it naturally, and some you got to take a little bit of coaching, and you'll know right in the beginning if they got it or they don't. I usually show them a pig in some type of pen or some type of mock setting to see, if they're going to be worth taking to the woods or competition or not. What services do y'all offer?
Everything.
What do you mean by everything?
If you want me to run around in the briars with Daisy Dukes on, it's going to cost another $150, but hey, I'll do it.
That's all?
Damn it, you're cheap. Or are you
charge
paying
more.
us not to look?
Exactly.
I ain't paying for the poundage of ass because I charge more.
If you want to go catch a pig, get a hold of the Oklahoma Cull Association. You want to do it dog and knife, we can get you on a dog and knife. We have a cool thing we like to call mounted rifle. We put you in the back of a truck, and the ranch I work for, we got a bunch of big wheat fields, and we'll drive you around.
Usually Cutter's the one back there making sure that weapon safety is being practiced.
You guys do spot and stock
We
Yes.
do. We do,
stands?
yeah, we do steel rifle. We're willing to do bay and shoot as well. As long as that's something that needs to be,
Talked about, discussed.
Yeah.
it's going to be well and put into practice beforehand, and everybody's going to know exactly what to do before
what
we
to
go
do,
out.
what not to do.
We're not going to have any dogs getting shot.
So do you have dogs that would do better in that scenario? Because
Yes.
some dogs are gun shy.
Correct, but a lot of dogs are also too tight to do that with. You need a lot looser dog if you're going to shoot it.
Yeah.
Do you guys do more than hogs?
We are very, very soon. We're going to be looking into doing guided rabbit hunts, rabbit dog hunts. Really, anything to do with dogs is what we're heading in the direction of.
Any type of deer or anything
No.
like that?
Oh, absolutely. We've got the special hunts for $5,000 a person.
But on a serious note, no, we don't do deer hunts.
Are you going to offer deer hunts, stand hunts, or anything like that?
Stand hunts with deer, yes, we will. We are in the process of that.
Like, I know I've been to the ranch y'all on, and I saw a lot of big deer, so.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's some good ones out there. We're moving in that direction. We're not quite as big as we'd like to be yet, but we are moving that way.
But your main focus is the dogs.
Yeah.
As of right now, we are the Oklahoma Cull Association, and we intend on keeping on throwing coals on the ground and letting people see that world and spreading that around. Obviously, everybody's end game, everybody's end goal. As time goes by, eventually we're going to be running a high fence operation. But we got a little ways to go beforehand.
What do you mean by high fence?
It's a tall fence. Say we have 120 acres. We put a 8-foot fence around it, and we fill it with pigs, feed the pigs, water the pigs, keep them.
So more of a controlled environment.
Yeah, it's a controlled
It's
environment.
the controlled of the controlled hunts, and it's a guaranteed kill every time.
Guaranteed every time.
Yeah.
So you guys do a lot of free range right
Yeah.
now, all open, lots of land.
Yeah.
Everything we do is fair chase.
But even if you guys had a high fence, you guys would still offer fair
Yes,
chase.
we would still offer fair chase.
Absolutely. Some people are going to like the thrill of the actual hunt, and
Yeah.
some people
I hear that a lot, you know. So I was just curious.
some people like the thrill of the some people like the thrill of the kill itself.
Yeah.
And we can offer both. So we do European mounts.
You do have taxidermy too, don't you?
This is the taxidermy.
Right now, we just offer
Just
European
European
mounts.
right now.
As of now, we're offering European, and
Is that included in your price, or is that an extra charge?
that is an extra charge. And pull this off for me, Cutter. This hog is one that we've actually, me and Cutter were out kind of on our own time and took this one. He was a interesting creature, but this cutout right here is something else that we offer along with the European mount. It's
Pointed at that camera. That one's smoked out.
There you go.
it's got your
And that'll have your name, date, time on there, name, date, you know, of your hunt.
hang your skull right there.
What does something like that cost?
For it's about $250.
That's fair.
$250 for the European mount and the cutout, and whatever shipping is going to cost to get it back to them, depending on where they're at.
Right.
If it's somewhere within the state of Oklahoma, within about an hour and a half away, I mean, at that point, I'm willing to just drive it to them.
Well, that's very, very nice of you, fella, there.
So do you have a place they can go look at all your services? Do you have it all listed on Facebook or?
If you go on Facebook, you'll see our stuff on Facebook at the Oklahoma Cull Association.
And
Look that up.
are you guys making a website also?
Yes, we will have a website up here pretty soon.
So how long have you guys been the Oklahoma Cull Association and guided hunts?
What time is it now?
15 minutes, baby.
When this video start? I don't know, what, 7-8 months?
9 or 10 months. No, it's close. Yeah, close to a year now. Almost a year.
I don't know. All my days run together.
If you guys want to hunt porcupines, get with Eric.
Yes.
If you guys want to hear about Cutter,
I have a duck dog also incoming, in the works.
Yes.
if you guys want to hear about Cutter catching a pig with Red, don't go hunting with him.
Yeah, don't. We won't
Ask
catch
him
no
the next
pigs.
day.
Ask him, because Red will not hunt if you're there.
Yeah, you just sit in the truck. I'll go catch the pig, and then when I call you, you just come to
I'll
us.
drop you a pin.
I'll drop you a pin to my location.
If you guys are looking for a hell of a lot of exercise, go hunt with this guy.
And trust me, a lot.
He don't look like it. Boy can move.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me for this. Eric with 2M Kennels,
Correct.
as well as what was the therapy called again?
Magnawave therapy.
Magnawave therapy for dogs, and it works on humans as well.
Yeah.
If you guys are interested in any of that, go check him out on Facebook. Get a hold of him, as well as, I mean, you've got dogs that you train and
Yes, we
sell.
do. We train dogs for other people too.
We
dogs
do
up.
offer puppy training as well with the Oklahoma Cull Association.
Sweet.
Puppy training, hog removal. You talk to us about some hog removal and get us on your place. We'll take you out there with us. We're not asking to go run your place without you. Take you out there free with us. Let us on your place.
If you guys are interested on bay competitions Eric as well?
You can go to hogband.com, and that'll tell you a lot about it, or get a hold of me, and I can fill you in on dates and where it's at.
And if you guys want to go hunting or hog removal, I mean, they offer a heck of a lot of services. You guys want to list it real quick before we say bye?
Yeah, you want to go still hunting for hogs with a rifle, spot and stalk, mounted rifle, dog and knife. You want us to come remove them off your property, putting, I know trappers do a pretty good job and whatnot, but you put pressure on them with dogs and they'll move out for a little while. Give us a shout.
Yep, Oklahoma Cull Association. The Oklahoma Cull Association. I guess that's going to be it for tonight, guys.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Till
Y'all
next
just-
Thanks for
time.
having us.
Yep. Y'all don't just have a good day. Have an awesome one. See ya. What makes you guys love what you guys do so much?
Call me if something like this happens again. Pigs in the bar, you just give me a shout.
Exactly.
$100 removal. You can see it was great because you got the Jamaican gentlemen that we guided. They were filming the dogs trashing on this coon, and you see Cutter in the background trying to shake this little raccoon off his leg. I guess it come out of a tree and climbed his leg.
So
and latched onto
so
it.
what happened is this coon was standing right at the edge of the field in some buckbrush, and my dog went up there because it's black, and he went up there and like poked his head up to it, and that coon reached out there and grabbed him. Well, when he grabbed him, the dog grabbed it.
Black.
Yeah, he's black, red, purple, whatever. Well, all the other dogs commenced to grab this coon with it, and it had babies, and these babies ran up a tree. One little baby thought he was a shit and come back down the side of that tree, grabbed my pant leg. I was like, rah!